Hello, my name is Lane Hunter and I'm a professional choreographer and dancer from Portland, Oregon. I'm quite proficient on the stage, but I'd like to show you some of my work off the stage for your new show, Armchair Designer. How about we start with my place, a 750 square foot condo conversion from a 1950s apartment building. I think you'll like what I've done. Growing up, we lived in rented homes, so personal expression through decoration was definitely not encouraged. I still did everything imaginable to make my space a creative and unique hangout. On a teenager's budget, that takes a lot of ingenuity. On a dancer's budget, even more. This is my living room, and this is Dennis. I don't normally name my furniture, but when I reupholstered him, clearly written right here on his forearm was the name Dennis. And there it stuck. These are the shelves I built to display some of my books and collectibles. I think they look really nice with the horizontal lines of the 1950s style. But my pride and joy is on this wall. This mural was inspired by an old Chicago Railroad poster, and I love the way it opens up the one wall in my house that doesn't have a window. On that strange piece of wall that always seems to divide the living room from the kitchen, I used a faux bois paint technique that made it look like a sturdy mahogany beam. Not bad for my first time, and it just goes to show you what you can learn on an HGTV show. Now my tiny kitchen, that was a challenge, and it still causes me some grief. I can't even get it in the frame of the camera. But look at this wood grain, isn't that nice? I'll let you in on a secret. It's really contact paper with a wood grain finish. Obviously, this is not a long-term solution, but it saved me thousands of dollars and sleepless nights. The best part? Everyone thinks I completely renovated my kitchen. Well, that was my place. Now let me show you my friend Jeff's home, more centrally located in downtown Portland. Jeff is a local artist who enjoys the fast-paced urban lifestyle, but has a nostalgia for a much simpler time. Let me show you how I brought these two disparate worlds into a head-on collision I like to call modern meadow. Urban lofts often are furnished with harsh modern lines and rigid uniformity, but the view out the expansive windows was too lush to ignore. So I married the two styles by using natural elements in bold and graphic forms throughout the space. A sleek leather sofa sits next to a chunky dining table made from recycled floorboards. Wooden shaker boxes and a high-gloss lacquer and silver glass topiaries add a futuristic slant to typical down-home living. It's the play of the usual meeting the unsuspected that makes this home edgy, but still familiar and inviting. Jeff's home also doubles as a studio, and though he keeps it quite organized, he doesn't always want his work out in the open when he has guests. That's why I designed and sewed these sheer drapes to divide one room from the next. Here are some pillows I made for Jeff's home. On this one I used an asymmetrical opening and covered buttons so that he could take the pillow out and wash the cover if needed. And this tuffet makes watching all of those HGTV shows a lot more pleasurable. In Jeff's bedroom, I wanted to create that cozy, comfortable feeling of being away from the city and out in the open field. So I used earth tones and wood grains to create much more of a prairie home feeling. But I didn't want to get cluttered in calico, so I used mid-century modern, sleek lines and a few nods to spaghetti westerns. So listen here, cowboy. I reckon this TV show's only big enough for one designer, so one of us is gonna have to vamoose. And I reckon it ain't me. And now some more pillows. This time on this bright chartreuse color, I used a diagonal seam down the front for the zipper, and that way you can get the pillow out, but you also have some pretty cool detailing. So here's the bottom line. You need a painter? Color me in. You need an upholsterer? I got it covered. You need sewing, woodworking, making magic from tragic? Abracadabra, baby. You got a small budget and a short amount of time to pull it off? I'm a working artist. That's right up my alley. The only thing you don't have yet is Lane Hunter, and I figure that's why you're holding the audition in the first place. So say goodbye to boring videotapes and say hello to your next HGTV designer, Lane Hunter.